And this is a new way of coming on with you all today. So just trying to check out how things are looking all across. So glad to see you here, Marilyn. Looks like Marilyn's here. I'm not sure. Looking at all my chat options, and things look a little different to me today. So all of our new technology. So we are moving right into our morning meditation. I am Denise, and so glad that you are joining me. And we are, I'm kind of looking at a couple of different things. We're looking at, I've been doing Breaking the Habit of Being Yourself with Dr. Joe Dispenza, and wanted to do a little bit that had more connection with meditation and what we can do with meditation. And so in chapter 6, the chapter is 3 brains going from thinking to doing to being. And that's what I wanted to really, okay, thank you, Terry. We have a 2-minute delay. So I thank you for helping me get connected and seeing that this is a little bit slower today. That's okay. We'll all get here. So anyway, backing to Joe Dispenza in chapter 6 and moving from thinking to doing to being. And our meditation today is really about going from all that mental monkey mind kind of stuff to really being, and how can we do that in meditation. And in this chapter, he talks about the cerebellum back part of our brain, which is really connected to our subconscious. And so the meditation that I'm going to kind of work with today is kind of working with that area of the brain. So, and it will be working with looking at each part, each body part. And when we are, he says that when we become acutely aware of the body and the sensation related to it, we enter into this subconscious brain. Okay, and so this meditation will be a tool that can be used to get into that system. So it helps to you'll be resting your awareness on different parts of the body in space, and really thinking about the space around that part of the body. And you're using your cerebellum to perform this function. And since the cerebellum is the seat of the subconscious mind, you will place your consciousness where your body is oriented in space, and you access the subconscious mind and bypass our thinking brain. So that sounds pretty interesting, doesn't it? So kind of moving the feelings, I think the most important thing that I want to just kind of clarify for you is that feelings are the language of the body, which in turn helps you go into that subconscious part of the mind. And so to use your body's natural language to interpret and change the language of the operating system. So we're going to be working with move through every part of the body, just kind of, and then feeling the space around that part of the body. Okay, and so just moving us through that in a practical way. So first of all, let us just take a few moments to light our candles. Get my fire going here. And our other one. And then we will turn off our light from the world and just begin to connect in with ourselves and just take a few moments. I like to first get ourselves connected with our bodies, feeling that the body kind of sit back in your chair, but at the same time, feeling that connection from tailbone all the way up to the crown of the head and feeling that, and then just releasing and relaxing all the rest of the body so that we can begin to move inward. So begin to become aware of the space that your lips occupy in space. And can you sense the volume of space that your lips are in space? Feel the space that your cheeks occupy in space. And the density of space that your cheeks take up in space. Notice the space that your nose occupies in space. And can you sense the volume of space that your entire nose is in space? And now, can you sense the space that your eyes occupy in space? And feel the volume of space that your eyes are in space. Notice the space that your entire face occupies in space. Can you sense the density of space that your entire face is in space? And now you can feel the space that your entire head occupies in space. Can you sense the volume of space that your entire head is in space? Can you notice the space that your entire upper torso occupies in space? The density of space taken up by your chest, your ribs, your heart and lungs, all the way to your back and shoulder blades. And can you sense the volume of space that your entire upper torso is in space? Now become conscious of the space that your entire upper limbs occupy in space. And the weight of space that your upper extremities are in space. Your shoulders, your arms, down to your elbows, forearms. The density of your wrists and hands. And noticing the weight of space that your entire limbs are in space. And now can you sense the volume of space that your entire lower torso occupies in space? Your abdomen, your flanks, your ribs, all the way to your lower spine and your back. And now sensing the volume of space that your entire lower torso is in space. Now, can you feel the space that your entire lower extremities occupy in space? To your buttocks, down through the groin and the thighs. The density of space of your knees, the weight of your shins and your calves. Can you notice the volume of space that your ankles, your feet, down to your toes, your entire lower limbs occupy in space? And now, can you notice the space that your entire body occupies in space? And sense the density of space that your entire body is in space. And now sense the space around your body in space. Notice the volume of space, that the space around your body takes up in space. And can you sense the space that that space is in space? Can you sense the space that the entire room that you're in occupies in space? And sense the volume of space of this room that takes up in all of space. And just sensing the space that all of space takes up in space. In space. And so it is in space. Blessings to you.